My dad, coach and mentor. My dad is my hero. I strive to be like him every day. We share a special relationship that has grown stronger as I've aged. Now, my dad is one of the happiest and kindest people I know. I often wonder where it came from. You see, my dad didn't grow up in a typical nurturing household. His his dad, my grandpa, worked overseas and was always away. And the few times he was home, they didn't have the greatest relationship. Whereas his mom, my grandmother, was a nurse and she was constantly working, trying to provide for her family. So I often wonder how he came to be the way he is. And I realized, even though his dad was absent and his mom was always working, they put a big emphasis on the family unit. Through thick or thin, they supported each other. And then there's my parents, and they too have that same approach. We do not have a textbook definition of a nurturing family, but my parents have always made sure my sister and I got along, respected each other, and like my grandparents, there's a big emphasis on family. We got the tough love experience from my parents, which taught us that we have to work for what we want, but also we can do and be anything we want it to be. And in my opinion, it's the best way to grow up. I wouldn't change it for anything. Now, my father has been there for me no matter what. He was always there. He never missed any big event, like a dance recital, a basketball game, or anything. He wasn't one of those workaholic dads that a bunch of my friends had, that were always working and could never make school events or anything like that. He made everything. He made it a priority in his life. When I was little, I was in dance, and he made every recital and practice. And when me and my sister were younger, when we were playing with Barbies or Beanie Babies, he would always join in and make the game infinitely more fun. As a child, he was my favorite. I couldn't imagine I was Daddy's little girl. I couldn't imagine him not being there. Now, as I grew older and hit puberty, that's where our relationship started to get a little rocky. I took him for granted. He was always in my life, and I just wanted him to leave. Not only was he my father, who was overprotective to a fault, but also he was my basketball coach, so I never really got free time from him. However, through thick and thin, no matter how much I yelled and got mad at him, he was always there for me and never held it against me. He knew what I was going through, and he tried to understand to the best of his abilities. My dad was there for every important milestone of my life. He was there for my first steps, my first words, to me graduating elementary school, junior high, and high school. He was even there for big traumatic events like my knee surgery and such. I depend on him, and I don't think I've realized how much I did till I moved away. Now that I'm away from him, though I'm only 2 hours away from home, I feel like I can really feel the difference. I call him often just to see how he's doing, and he calls me to see how I'm doing. And whenever I have a problem that I don't think I can be able to fix, I call him and he reassures me that yes, I can do it, and if not, he can help me. He is simply the best man around. I hope one day that I will be lucky enough to find a man, a husband or boyfriend, like him, so I can depend on someone like my dad. I trust him with everything, and I trust him that he will always be there for me. He truly is my hero, and I strive to be more like him every day. And though most men want sons, he got 2 daughters, and I always ask him, would you prefer one of us was a boy? And honestly, he can say that he loved being a dad to us 2 girls, and as I said, he played Barbies and Beanie Babies with us, so he fit right in. He can gel with anything, and I want to be like him when I grow up.